Hello, welcome to Tales from the Nerd. I'm your host, a random nerd, aka Kevin, and now we're going to talk about a few things that's been going on in the geek world and comics. Now, I'm going to change it up a bit, as I always do in this podcast, because I don't know the format just yet. So, we're going to talk about comics that are being released on Wednesday. So, we're going to talk about Amazing Spider-Man number 21, written by Nick Spencer and art by Humberto Ramos. Basically, the premise of this book is it's during the middle of the storyline right now called Hunted. Hunted basically is amazing. Basically, Kraven Hunter got people to stop hunting animals, but to hunt villains in robot suits. Basically the premise. And I know my hair looks horrible. I took a shower. So basically what happened, this is the premise of the book if you're interested in it. Basically, the Vulture is the leader of the animal villains, and they will go against the Hunter bots. Spider-Man is caught up with Kraven. Basically, in this issue, Spider-Man will meet Kraven. Vulture is leading a battle for the villains' lives, or the animal villains' lives, because we have seen people die in this battle, people and animal-based creatures. But so far, the book is amazing. The art and the writing is stellar as always. I really recommend this book. Now we're going to talk about Aquaman number 48 by Kelly Sue DeConnick and art by Victor Bogdanovic. Basically, the premise of this book is Aquaman is close to gaining his lost memories, but he must complete a task. Aquaman must face his past, present, and future if he survives Mother Shark. Basically, this wrapped up the 6-issue arc of Arthur being just being or I forgot what he was calling himself. It's been a while since I read the Aquaman book. I am caught up with it, but basically Aquaman led a charge against an evil sea god, and so he's slowly starting to remember. So hopefully this next few issues can finally have Aquaman be Aquaman and be close to Mera, because I miss him and Mera as a couple, because they are part of what makes DC good. Alright, so we're going to talk about Batman 71, written by Tom King and art by Michael Janin. Basically, the premise of this book is Bruce Wayne and Thomas Wayne will either work together or tear each other apart. Thomas Wayne is on a quest for his son Bruce. So Bruce can hang up the cape and cowl, but he will do it with a little tough love. Basically, this version of Thomas Wayne is from the Flash one. He's been brought to the main DC universe for this Bane's big plan to break Batman. And let us say this, using Thomas Wayne against Batman is such a good idea, but a few arcs with Tom King's writing has been iffy, but hopefully this will bring everyone right back. Okay, now we're going to talk about Daredevil number 5, written by Chip Zdarsky and art by Mark Checchetto. Basically, this will conclude the murder mystery. Well, not the murder mystery, but basically, Daredevil is still accused of murder, but he's still on the run to prove his innocence. But he can't escape justice forever. He can't escape judgment forever. Basically, this story has been really good. He just fought Frank, and he actually admitted to Frank Castle that if he ever used guns, he'll be more efficient than Frank Castle. But Daredevil is no killer. But since his drug use and ever since his life and death moment he had in his miniseries Man Without Fear, I really like this Daredevil. So it's really good. I highly recommend it. If you haven't read the other issues, you can still find it in your comic shops, or you could get it in trade. So that's it for the Daredevil part. We're going to go to A War of the Realms tie-in, which is Giant Men number 1. It's written by Leah Williams and art by Marco Castello. This will deal with 4 men to infiltrate New Jotunheim, aka Florida, because War of the Realms has just decimated the world, and each part of the world is taken apart by a different realm of Malekith's teammate, and the four men also have been giant men in the comics, and they will infiltrate. Basically, they will disguise themselves as frost giants. I'm actually pretty excited for this because this is like a heist film. Like, yeah, we gotta go in there, get information, get out. So I'm really excited. I said I wasn't gonna get any War of the Realms signs, but I'm enjoying War of the Realms, so I am considering getting all the signs. You don't have to pick up the signs. I'm just giving you the information on what the book is, and it is your choice if you want to get the book. We're gonna go to Guardians of the Galaxy #5, written by Donny Cates and art by Jeff Shaw. Hela is close to her goal to bring back Thanos, but what will the Guardians sacrifice to prevent that? Basically, this whole story arc is basically Thanos, after his death in Infinity Wars, he said he uploaded his consciousness into into another person. So it was on the hunt. Everyone thought it was Gamora. There was this big battle, and let's just say one of the Guardians member may not be alive. So this run of Guardians of the Galaxy is so fun, and I really can't wait for Donny Cates' Black Silver Surfer, because it looks fun. Okay, now we're on to the Immortal Hulk. Immortal Hulk #17, written by Al Ewing, art by Joe Bennett. Bruce Banner is trapped and being hunted by an assassin, and he can't run forever. He can't change. He can't survive without the Immortal Hulk. But it's not the Hulk. It's not the one you think, because as we got revealed last issue, basically they said the Hulk can't only come at night, and the assassin had an idea like, why don't we just have lights turn on? Will the Hulk stay the Hulk, or will he turn to Bruce Banner? He did turn to Bruce Banner, but it got revealed that it's not Bruce Banner, it's Joe Fixit, a persona of the Hulk. So basically we're going to get different personas at different times of the Hulk. So I really can't wait for this book, and it has been heavily good. It's been a good book. I highly recommend Immortal Hulk. Pick up the trades to catch up, because oh my god, this Hulk is scary, and I love it. Okay, we're gonna go to Justice League #24, written by Scott Snyder and art by Jorge Jimenez. Let me just say this: his art on Jorge Jimenez's art on Super Sons has been fantastic, and I'm sad that we didn't get any more of his art for Super Sons. But he's on Justice League. So far, it's been a fun ride. It's still dealing with the Sixth Dimension storyline right now, and I think this is part 5. I think part 6 will be the 25th issue, and then 26 will lead to a different storyline. But basically, the League has been betrayed, but the one who betrayed them can change the tide of the battle. Can Superman escape his prison planet to save this team before they are doomed to live the Sixth Dimension forever? Basically, last issue, it got real. Someone from the Justice League team betrayed the Justice League, and Superman is literally fighting for his life to escape the prison planet. And we had this big, awesome battle with Miss Spitalik and Batmite, which they keep fighting, and yet they're erasing their world, which is like a comic. So this storyline has been fun because we got a different take of Superman, and we got the Fifth Dimension imps, because they always cause chaos. So this has been a fun run so far. Scott Snyder's writing has been stellar. I really can't wait for more. Okay, now we're going to go to Nightwing #60, written by Dan Jurgens and art by Chris Monahan. Will the new Nightwing team be able to stop the new fiery villain, Burnback? Basically, after the last issue, the Nightwing team went to stop a fire, but they realized the fire was hotter than any fire that they've ever faced, because a villain has come and attacked Bloodhaven. So far, I am enjoying the new Nightwing run, because he's not Dick Grayson, he's Rick Grayson after he got shot in the head. But eventually, Rick Grayson will be forgotten, and we will get Dick Grayson back. So, hopefully, we start to pick up, maybe by issue 75, we'll turn back to Dick Grayson. But apparently, Dan DiDio does not like Dick Grayson or Wally West. as we've seen in Heroes in Crisis and in Batman, and Tom King's Batman run. So we'll see. Just gonna check for time because I need to check for time. Okay, so now we're gonna go to a few more comics, and then we'll go to the news that's going around, and that's it. Old Man Quill number 5, written by Ethan Sacks, art by Robert Gill. The Guardian's good deed has attracted a lot of attention. Gladiator and his team of Universal Church of Truth are closing in on the Guardians. What will they do? Basically, it was shown last issue that the Gladiator came, asked where are the Guardians, and he's hunting the Guardians because of something. I don't remember what happened, but so far this Old Man series has been really good. If you love the Guardians, this is basically an older version of Peter Quill. He's like, I don't care. He's like, okay, there's conflict. Bop, shot a guy in the face. So yeah, basically Old Man Quill is pretty fun. I love it. They just fought Fin Fang Foom. I think last issue or 2 issues ago. So that was pretty good. So Ethan Sacks knows how to write the Old Man universe because he wrote Old Man Hawkeye and this one, and those two have been really good. So I really can't wait for more of this. It's only a 12-issue miniseries or max series, so collecting these are pretty easy. So again, go to your local comic book store, pick up that book because it's fun. Now we're gonna go to one of my favorite Spider-Man stories at the moment. It is Spider-Man Life Story number 3, written by Chip Zdarsky and art by Mark Bagley. Basically, this is the premise of the book. It's the 80s. Peter is stuck in 2 wars, global and secret. But as death stalks him, will he be able to protect his family and the world? Basically, this Spider-Man Life Story deals with, each issue deals with Spider-Man during a decade, basically. The first issue dealt with the 60s, the second issue dealt with the 70s, this one will deal with the symbiote and Secret Wars. And so far, Chip Zdarsky knows how to write Spider-Man. And his Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man run has been really good. And he's doing the covers for all the books. So Chip Zdarsky, I love his writing, and basically anything he writes is pretty good. So I love that. Now we're going to go to Superman 11, written by Brian Michael Bendis and art by Ivan Reis. Superman and his son confront Jor-El about the secrets of Krypton, and Superman will make a choice that will change his relationship with Earth forever. So basically, we got revealed last issue how he escaped Earth 3, the Crime Syndicate Earth, and he landed on Earth. To him, it was basically Jor-El helped him escape, but to Jor-El, it's been like 5 years. He's been looking for John for 5 years, and Jor-El's like, you want to go home? Okay, I'll send you home. And basically, it's how we find out how John got to Earth. It's only been like 2 or 3 weeks for him, but 2 or 3 weeks for Superman, but it's been like 5 years for John. So this Superman run, it's been iffy for me. I love certain issues. I love maybe 3 or 4 issues, but the other 5 or 6 has been well. That's because Peter J. Tomasi did a really good run, and it's really hard to top that at the moment because he got taken off the book really quick. But I'm still going to give Brian Michael Bendis a try because he has done writing, and when he's hungry for a character, he will do the character right. So it's not a book I recommend, but if you want to read it, read it. I'm not giving it too much praise. Teen Titans number 30, written by Adam Glass and art by Bernard Chang. The Titans team must face the consequences after Deathstroke issue 43, but the team is facing a new threat: Lobo, Crush's father. So basically, this deals with the Terminus storyline. It got wrapped up last issue. This is the epilogue of that. So basically, Deathstroke Damian trapped Deathstroke. Deathstroke escaped, and Damian and him had a confrontation. And let's just say it didn't end well. So, Teen Titans, it's been iffy, but so far I'm enjoying this Terminus storyline. Now we're going to go to Uncanny X-Men number 18, written by Matthew Rosenberg, art by Carlos Villa. The X-Men lose one of their own, and the Black King of the Hellfire Club makes a move. So basically, this run on Uncanny X-Men, it's been interesting, because I never read Uncanny. I read the 10-issue miniseries, weekly miniseries, and I was like, okay. It's written by different writers. It feels like Avengers No Surrender and No Road Home, but it just, there's a lot of history with the X-Men, and it's very hard, but I did somewhat enjoy it. It did spin off to Age of Apocalypse. That's why we don't see most of the main most of the main characters from X-Men, because they're dealing with the Age of Apocalypse, but eventually the normal X-Men team will come back. But basically last issue we got revealed that the Emma Frost, that nobody remembers Emma Frost. So this will pick up that, and I really want to know how everyone forgot Emma Frost, especially Cyclops, because they have a history. So we'll see. Now we're on to War of the Realms issue 4, written by Jason Aaron and art by Russell Dodderman. Freya is protecting the Black Bifrost. Captain America is on a rescue team in Jotunheim and faces against the Frost Giants. Captain Marvel leads a global assault against Malekith. Black Panther is protecting Avengers Mountain. Malekith has a secret weapon that's venomous. Basically, what happened after War of the Realms issue 3, everyone has their own team. They're dealing with they're trying to, stop this War of the Realms from becoming destructive, and they're trying to save the planet. But can they do it? So far, Captain America went to Jotunheim with Spider-Man, Wolverine, and Luke Cage and Iron Fist. And then Freya went to protect the Black Bifrost with Ghost Rider, Punisher, Freya, and She-Hulk, and Blade. And then Black Panther is stuck by himself, protecting Avengers Mountain. So I really am loving the War of the Realms book. You don't have to pick up the Titans, but if you just want to pick up the main book, you could, because basically the Titans are just there to give more explanation on what's going on. But War of the Realms is pretty fun, and I was really hoping we get more Thor. We do get Thor in this issue, but it's something I don't think I've seen, and we've only seen this in Wolverine and Jason and in the Unworthy Thor series. So I really can't wait to see what issue 4 is going to reveal. Now we're going to go to 2 more War of the Realms tie-ins, and then that'll be it for comics. This is the stuff I am picking up, the stuff I'm reading. But if anything piques your interest, please just let me know in the comics. Comments, not comments. Comics. Basically, we're going to go to War of the Realms, Spider-Man and the League of Realms. Written by Sean Ryan and art by Nicolo Leon. Spider-Man is leading a new league of himself, Screwbeard the Dwarf, Ood the Troll, Roe Blood Rut the Wizard, Sir Ivory Honeyshot the Light Elf, and the Mountain Giant into battle. So basically, this will be dealing with the War of the Realms of Spider-Man will lead his own team into battle. And let me just say, he has a pretty cool costume. He has a regular costume. He has some Asgardian armor. I'm reading this because Spider-Man, I think, would be a good warrior Viking. That's why I'm picking it up. Now, War of the Realms, Strike Force, The War Avengers. Basically, issue number 1, written by Dennis Hopeless, art by Kim Jacinto. Carol Danvers leads a team of Weapon H, Captain Britain, Venom, Deadpool, Winter Soldier, and Black Widow, as they are the defense for Midgard. Midgard is Earth, so they're trying to defend Earth from Malekith. They're going like we gotta go all out against Malekith, and we better hope for a miracle. So I just want to read that because it has Deadpool and Venom and Weapon H. So those three characters I'm really excited, and this will be the first time in a while that Carol has led a team since Civil War II after her big character defamation. So I'm really excited for Carol to be a proper leader. So that's all for comics. Now we're going to move on to the movie and comic news, but I do want to talk about Avengers Endgame a little bit. After this big movie, I have a few ideas for films. Just, team up films, or as I like to, maybe they should call these Marvel team up. Like Marvel team up Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. I would love a film of those two characters. Basically, my theory is, in this big expensive universe, why not have team up films? Like in comics, you have two characters be the main leads of a book for like 3 to 6 issues. Now, I'm hoping we could see this in the future as Tom Holland wants to do more Spider-Man films. And I want to see some characters interaction. Please let me know in the comments what characters you want to see. And I have a few right here. I want to see Spider-Man and Doctor Strange in a film. Basically, Spider-Man needs help. He's having issues with dreaming. Doctor Strange's like, we are having trouble in the dreaming world. Spider-Man, I need your help. We're going to go fight in the dream world. So I want to see that happen. Now, I want to see Daredevil and Spider-Man team up in a film, because we could get Daredevil in the MCU films now because Netflix canceled them, and it takes about 2 years for the contract to be over. But that's usually about around the same time as it takes to film a movie. So Daredevil and Spider-Man, they have Kingpin. Kingpin is basically assembling an army to attack Daredevil and Spider-Man, as he sees those two heroes as a threat to the Empire. I would love to see a film with that as Kingpin as the main villain. Now I want to go to Captain America and Black Panther as a film. Now, it could go either way. We could see a Steve Rogers Captain America with Black Panther, or we could see the new Sam Wilson and Black Panther work together in a film. Basically, we could do a flashback movie with Steve Rogers where they do a mission where Steve apparently met T'Challa's father when he was younger, or Black Panther asked Captain America for advice and asked him for a favor to help him something with Wakanda, or we could have Sam Wilson ask advice from Black Panther about what he should do as picking up the mantle for Captain America. Now we're going to go to Winter Soldier and The Punisher. Those two, I think those two would work as a film because they are two killers, one that's trying to gain morals, one that's done, protecting bad guys. So I would love to see those two interact in the film, because as two killers and two soldiers, I think they would have good chemistry. And I think those are my few ideas for what I want to see in the bigger MCU. More a cohesive story and more of a, I want to feel like this universe feels more connected. That's what I want to see in the future. So I'm holding my phone, and I'm holding this because I'm trying to keep track of time. Now we're going to go to one thing about Avengers Endgame. Catherine Langford's role was revealed. If you know who Catherine Langford is, she is from 13 Reasons Why. She is Hannah. She plays Hannah in that show. She was revealed as the older version of Morgan, but it was cut because it didn't resonate well with the directors. Basically, she was gonna, after Tony Stark snapped, he was supposed to have a similar moment like Thanos did when he snapped and had a version of Gamora talk with him. Now, originally it was supposed to have Tony Stark snap, then Tony Stark see his future daughter, and then they were supposed to have a moment where she says, "Dad, I forgive you, and thank you for saving the world." Something along the lines of that. Now, I would love to see that deleted scene in the DVD, but most likely Marvel doesn't keep those, so most likely we'll not see that. But I really hope Catherine Langford still gets to be in the MCU, probably in the future, but we will never know. So that's a few tidbits. Now, Spider-Man: Far Far From Home. This is a few news. I think we all knew most likely that these characters won't appear, But the few characters that will not appear in the future in the Spider-Man Far From Home sequel, the Far From Home movie, is Michael Keaton, Laura Harrier, and the guy who played Scorpion will not appear in the sequel. Now, because you know who those are, is the guy who plays Scorpion. I don't know his name. I forgot to write that. It was just, I just saw it right now. Basically, Vulture and Liz, Spider-Man's Peter Parker's love interest in the first film. Basically, we don't know what's going on with those characters. Maybe the directors already had a jumble with Endgame's ending and then doing this as a sequel and then trying to live up to a legacy. But what I also find funny, this will be the first MCU movie to be released on a Tuesday, because it was announced that they are releasing it July 2nd. Usually a Marvel film gets released around Thursday or Friday, but because it's July 4th will be on, well, as we know, Thursday will be July 4th. I think they're trying to get that July 4th money. But I'm excited for an earlier release, but I am not, because that kind of rules the whole week. Like, oh man, I gotta do this, this, and this, and this, and this. But I really can't wait for Far From Home, and I think Mysterio is lying, and he's a bad guy. Of course he's the bad guy of the film. Oh, and I'm talking slowly because I'm filming this very late. So, basically, we're going to talk about Jessica Jones. We're going to talk really quickly about Jessica Jones, as the final season marketing has begun, because we got a trailer. We didn't get a trailer. We got a poster for Jessica Jones with her famous whiskey jar, her card that says Jessica Jones, and that's about it. And other than that, it's saying coming soon. Now, this will be the final show and the final season of Jessica Jones, and it'll be the final Netflix Marvel show. It got as we know, all the shows were canceled back in January, February, because Netflix doesn't want Marvel content, because they feel like they could produce their own content, which I'm not wrong. They're not wrong, but I would love to have proper conclusions to the characters and shows. But hopefully the writers saw this, say, okay, we gotta give proper goodbyes to these characters for now. So I'm excited for Jessica Jones season 3. Hopefully, most likely it's gonna get released around the summertime, because after Spider-Man, we're not gonna get any MCU film, and it would be a good thing to have Jessica Jones after Spider-Man in July. No, Spider-Man's in July, maybe in August. Jessica Jones season 3 is coming out. So yeah, I would love to see Jessica Jones again. So yeah. Now, Legion season 3. It is the final season because, as we know, the Fox and Disney merger happened. So yeah, this is the final season of the show. It's been really good show. It's a trippy, psychedelic, it'll mess with your head show, and it's so fun. Basically, the season 3 trailer got released, and it's still trippy. We get a glimpse of Harry Lloyd as a young Professor X, and the show will come back June 24th of this year. Now, originally they said this was going to be part of the, when Legion was announced, it said it was going to be in the films, but not really. We were going to have cameos probably by Patrick, what's his name? Patrick, the guy who played Charles Xavier in the original 3 X-Men films. But as we know, that X-Men continuity by Fox is horrible. It is just horrendous. Trust me, Fox does not know how to handle their goddamn timeline. They're just horrible. Okay, so another X-Men property. Okay, New Moons has a release date. Finally, after they were supposed to be released last year. It was supposed to be released last year, after we got that very creepy horror movie trailer from them. And so far we haven't heard anything. There's been big rumors that the film will not be shown, or it'll be put in Disney Plus. But now we got confirmation that the release date of that film will be April 3rd, 2020. It was supposed to be released April 13th, but it's been delayed multiple times, and it'll be the last X-Men franchise to be released by Fox. So after this film, nothing is owned by Fox. X-Men is with the proper house. It's with the Mouse House and the House of Ideas. So I will see. I will see New Mutants. I'm not seeing. I'm seeing X-Men Dark Phoenix, but I'm seeing it with friends because I said okay. Okay, I said okay. I'm not seeing Dark Phoenix, and my friend's like, "Oh, let's go see Dark Phoenix." I'm like, "Why? I've seen this movie. It's X-Men: The Last Stand. It's written by the same guy, and the guy's directing it." Oh, I'm not liking this. Why does X-Men have to be so dark? Jesus. Because if you watched Days of Future Past, it's supposed to be hopeful. Apocalypse was just like, oh no, it's just let's go more darker, and then Dark Phoenix is go more darker, darker, darker. Yes, let Jean Grey be evil for no apparent reason. Even though she had her powers, she had the Phoenix powers in Apocalypse, but then in this film, we finally get her origin of the powers, but not really because in Apocalypse she had already the powers. This is why X-Men has a horrible continuity. The MCU movies have continuity issues, but they're like very minimal. Just the Fox ones are just horrendous. People have tried to make timelines. I've given up making timelines, but yeah, I'm seeing Dark Phoenix. I'm seeing New Mutants. Man, when Disney makes an X-Men film, I'm gonna see. And apparently, I really hope we get a X-Men movie without Wolverine. Hopefully, Wolverine can have his own movie. Because we've been having too many X-Men films be, let this be Logan's story as it was in Days of Future Past, X-Men 1, X-Men 2, X-Men The Last Stand, and his own movie, X-Men Origins Wolverine. So, maybe just original 3 and Days of Future Past. But, yeah, am I excited for Dark Phoenix? No. Am I going to see it? Yes, unfortunately. Will I see New Mutants? Yes, because we're gonna see a dark, different take of the characters, and these are characters who are not known as well. But I really can't wait for the movie to come out because I was excited for it when it was announced and we got the trailer. I was like, yeah, and then Fox was like, yeah, we're not gonna release it right now. We're gonna do some reshoots and then we're gonna. Oh, we got bought by Fox, huh? Can we put it on your streaming service? No. Can we talk about release date? Yes. Please just get it out of here. We don't want this to touch our Disney Marvel brand. I bet the head honcho of Fox was like, yeah. Came in the office, yeah, we're gonna get that X-Men money. We got bought by Disney. Wait, what? So I'm fired, right? I'm apparently fired. Yeah, get. Here's your box. Get out of here. We're shutting down. Shut it down. I know who will get that reference. So you get the reference. Yeah. Now with that being said, the Gambit movie that was supposed to star Channing Tatum has been canceled. The movie has been in talks for years. For about 10 years since Taylor Kitsch played Gambit in the X-Men Origins Wolverine movie. Channing Tatum has been like, yeah, I've been working my southern accent. It's been having multiple writers, multiple directors coming in and out. This movie's done. It's not going to get made. Here's the thing. Who the hell wanted a Gambit movie? I mean, I don't think Gambit has had popularity since that movie, to be honest. He's not even featured in that much X-Men comics. He was in X-Men Red recently, and that's about it. He's not. I liked him in the X-Men animated series, but I don't know. They plus Channing Tatum. Why Channing Tatum? When they announced him as Gambit, I'm like, no. Why? Like the dude can act. Channing Tatum can act, but sometimes his deliveries are stiff. They're like, yeah. He has that face. He always has that same facial expression. He's like, I mean, I liked him in G.I. Joe 1 and 2 before where he died. He died like, yeah, we're soldiers, we're brothers, and then they got bombarded. And Dwayne The Rock Johnson, they couldn't even get change his face in that movie. Dwayne The Rock Johnson just bends out, gets his tag, he's like, I will avenge you. Like, you can show his face. Just get the CGI mask and get someone just put the CGI mask and get change his face. That was so because I feel like if Dwayne The Rock Johnson's character would have seen Duke, that he would have turned him around, given him the eyes, no, this. Blech. But yeah, that movie's done. It's not gonna get made. I'm like, again, who asked for a Gambit movie? Who? Because the reason why, I kind of know why Gambit was gonna get made, because originally, before X-Men First Class, there was supposed to be these X-Men Origins films, but since X-Men Origins Wolverine got negatively bombed, got so many negative reviews, and it didn't get enough in the box office, because originally we were going to get that one, a Magneto film, a Sabretooth film apparently. I think, if by memory, I know a Magneto and Wolverine were in the talks, and a Gambit apparently. I'm like, I'm just happy it's not going to get made. I mean, I like X-Men, but like certain characters should be in teams, and certain characters should not be having their solo films. But yeah. Oh, and as we're saying this, Avatar is slowly not being number one. It only needs 300. Avengers Endgame only needs 300 million to beat Avatar 1, which people are saying, oh yeah, it's a 22 film saga that it's created hype, even though Avatar was just a single film. Yeah, and it was 3 hours long. It's about as long as Avengers Endgame, and there hasn't been a sequel for over goddamn 11 years. Now, Avatar 2 has been pushed back to December 17th, 2021. Yeah, the sequel has been in works since 2009, a mere 12 years since the first film, and it will branch out it's branching out 3 other sequels, so Avatar 2, 3, and 4. But Avatar 2 and 3 has been filmed, and they're both in pre-production as we speak. So those Avatar 2 and 3 will film back to back, and it will bring back some of the original cast from Avatar 1. Sigourney Weaver is apparently in it, which is weird because she died in the first one. But am I excited for Avatar 2 and Avatar 3? Not really. I'm sorry. James Cameron, you're a good director, but when you take about 12 years to make your film, and here's the thing about James Cameron, he takes his time to make his films. But here's the thing, you cannot build hype to a movie that's taking this long, because that's around the time that MCU just skyrocketed in popularity. Because MCU has taken pop culture to a new level. Avatar, I don't think, has been mentioned by pop culture in a while. I loved Avatar 1, and it should have been done. Like John Wick, I believe John Wick 1 should have been a one-and-done film. It should have never had sequels. But John Wick 2 is good, and I'm seeing John Wick 3 this week. I will talk about John Wick 3 in a bit and how I'm hyped for it. But yeah, Avatar 2 is being made, and I'm not hyped for the sequel. I'm sorry. Again, 12 years to be made. 12 years. I'm not... here's the thing. I'll watch a trailer, and then I'll judge if I see the movie. The movie will be not that good, because James Cameron, I don't think, does very good sequels. And he says, oh yeah, the superhero films, they'll die out. They suck. They'll die out. And everyone's like, they survived 11 years though. Hey, they survived 11 years. And then we have like, Marvel's like, yeah, you say that, but we got like 10 years planned out for the MCU. So good luck, James Cameron. And then James Cameron's like, oh yeah, I want to congratulate Avengers Endgame for earning this much money and its critical response. I'm like, Someone told you better be kind to superhero films. James Cameron's like, his kids. Oh, does he have kids? Does James Cameron have kids? Here's the scenario: James Cameron is just making fun of superhero films. Like, yeah, I want them to, and then the kid's like, Dad, just stop. You can't win against internet culture. You don't live in this. But I'm James Cameron. I'm James Cameron. I make beautiful 3D films that take years. Yeah, but Dad, you made Avatar super popular and then you didn't do anything with it for like 10 years. Fine, I'll do 2 movies at once. Huh. But man. Also, we're going to talk about the Marvel's The Eternals has casted Richard Madden from Game of Thrones as Ikaris, and with Angelina Jolie and Kumail Nanjiani in the cast, the film, I think the film will dive more into the cosmic universe because, as we know, James Gunn was dealing with the space universe, and now we're gonna go into deeper, more powerful beings. We're gonna get the Eternals, maybe life, the universe. There's entity in the comics that's literally the face of the universe. It's a body. I love comics, but sometimes when I'm thinking these things, I forget the names, and I'm like all nervous. And also, yeah, this will dive deep into the Marvel cosmology or cosmic energy beings, because we got to see Carol Danvers as she is a powerful cosmic hero. I don't agree with her giving her like this much power. It should have been done slowly, saying, okay, she could have been like, yeah, I'm learning my powers, get stronger progressively, not just, oh, I'm powerful, deal with it. She was used good in Endgame, though. I loved how they used Carol Danvers as she flew in, destroyed Thanos' ship. Thanos was like, why my ship? Why was my ship destroyed? I'm sorry, if you haven't seen Endgame, you should have seen Endgame by now. It's been out 3 weeks. But yeah, Thanos was like, my ship! The hell? Why my ship? He just looked at it as like, bruh, my ship. Why? And then he was fighting Carol. He headbutts her. Carol's like, yeah, it doesn't affect me. He grabs the power stone and just slams her. I'm like, haha, Thanos, you're this warrior, death bringer guy. You headbutt Captain Marvel, and you're like, the hell? I'm sorry, Thanos got his ass kicked in that film badly. He got kicked by Captain Marvel, Captain America, Iron Man. Yeah, Captain Marvel, Captain America, Iron Man, and Scarlet Witch, which I find funny. Scarlet Witch is like, you took everything from me. And Thanos is like, I don't even know who you are. Who are you? And basically, Scarlet Witch just goes full, powerful, basically, House of M levels of powerful, where she just grabs Thanos, slams to the ground, tries to pull him apart, and Thanos, like, in his, like, weakest moment, is like, launch the missiles, blow the ground. But sir, our troops, do it. And, oh man, Those like, yeah, I'm not losing to you. I'm not losing to these humans. I'm not losing to humans today. But, yeah. I love, here's the thing about Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. Those 2 films, I would watch it both at the same time because you could enjoy it as a 5-hour epic. Oh man, I really can't wait for for Endgame to come out on DVD. I hear this rumor they're releasing a 22 film case where it's just gonna deal with the Infinity Saga. So, yeah, okay, let's talk about Watchmen. So the Watchmen show on HBO has released a trailer, and let's just say people have embraced the Rorschach persona. Doomsday Clock is once on again, and the subtle theme of TikTok. In the trailer, you hear the clock just, and then people just chanting tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. And there's also a subtle remark of a guy saying, "Yeah, it's the end of the world again. Tick tock, tick tock, or tick tock, tick tock." And let me say this: I really cannot wait for this show because it's dealing with an older Ozymandias, and it's just, oh my god, the show looks wonderful. It's stylized very Watchmen-like, and I like that because other people have tried to do comics of Watchmen and fan-made movies have tried to do Watchmen. I don't think it's very hard to capture Watchmen as a film or show because you only get 12 issues of the comic, and then they try to expand on the universe, but it didn't go so well because people don't like them. But I feel like the show will be good, and it'll be the next praised show on HBO. Because who doesn't love the Rorschach mask and the army of Rorschach, even though he died? So, oh my god, Watchmen on HBO. DC is doing powerful moves on their TV shows, so I can dig that. As we're talking about TV shows, Batwoman has been given a order to series, and we got a promo for her show. Basically, she's standing on top of the roof, looking over Gotham, her bat signal, and then it's just her standing on the roof, her big long CGI cape, her black suit, basically Kate Kane from the New 52 to Rebirth suit. Let's just say this: whoever did the suit on for Batwoman on the Crisis, no, on Elseworlds, you need an award because my God, because you have the hardest task to do a Batwoman costume, and you nailed it. But yeah, it's just her sitting on a roof, and then it's just saying Batwoman coming soon with her logo. So I'm excited for a show because, as we all know, Arrow is ending next season and only has a short season of 10 episodes. And this will probably take over the place of Arrow as being the crime drama / detective work show. So I'm really excited, and it's going to be a fun ride. Now we're going to talk about It Chapter 2 has released the trailer and the first poster. Let's just say this. Basically, we get the older versions of our kid heroes from the first film. We get the return of the evil Pennywise, and the movie's coming out September 6th. Now, this movie has a possibility to be very creepy. The first one's creepy. I think this movie should up the creep factor just by 10. Just by 10. You know, I think man, I saw the first one a while back, and I'm like, yeah, people didn't have faith for this, and it turned out really good. Now, I'm really excited for the second one because we get to meet this old lady in the trailer. I think she's Pennywise because Pennywise can control people, and I think he's just messing with the older kids. Like the kids are like debating, like, did we actually defeat an evil clown? Did we actually just kick his ass? Did we do that? What happened to my younger brother? Did we do something that we messed up our minds, and we just decided like not to? It's just people. It's just dealing with themselves, and like they're questioning their sanity. They're questioning the actions they did when they were younger. And then there's this cool shot of them as they're older, looking in a glass shop in the shop with a big glass, and you see the reflection of the younger cast. So, am I excited for it too? Yes. And I feel like it should be coming out October, right when the creep factor and the scary factor in October should be. But it's weird it's coming out September 6th. I thought that movie was going to come out October, but I will see it. Okay, we got 2 more things to talk about, and then yeah, that's it. No, 3 more things to talk about. Endgame is still number 1 at the box office. Yeah, and I said this. I said this before. Oh, and then Detective Pikachu is number 2 with it earned 58 million. So Detective Pikachu, I saw it, and let's say this. This is the first video game movie that's done right. It knows its lore. It knows where to put people. It knows where to use characters. And let's just say this. it was a fun movie, fun for all the family. There's this weird thing they do with Mewtwo, which I didn't think they could do with Mewtwo. I didn't know Mewtwo could do this power because I've only known Mewtwo from the first movie that was like from 20 years ago, which they do reference the first movie, the first animated movie in the live action movie. And Pikachu is adorable. And me and my brother had a theory of, we were joking aside that yeah, I think Ryan Reynolds is just a dad. He got fused with Pikachu somehow. We were joking, by the way. We were joking, and we were joking about like Ryan Reynolds being the dad, and then spoiler, Ryan Reynolds turns out to be the dad in Detective Pikachu. I'm like, oh my god! I was like, when they were doing the slow reveal, I'm like, are they actually doing the thing we joked about? Like, no. I was laughing in the theater. I was like, oh no, yay, he got his dad back. I'm like, I'm laughing in the corner. I'm like holding my laugh. I'm like, oh man, the meme. I'm calling this as a meme for myself. I'm like, I called it, but I'm like, I don't want to call it. I want to enjoy it. I enjoy the film. I recommend it as the first good video game movie that's been out. Because, again, Lara Croft Tomb Raider, the new one, The Assassin's Creed, Resident Evil, and the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, I'm not excited for it. I'm sorry, I'm not seeing it. The dialogue in it looks very cheesy, but that's it for movies. And then we're gonna go to this segment, which is sad. I know last week I talked about an actor passing. This is another actor that passed. We're gonna talk about Pua Siwa. He passed away at the age of 36. He is best known for playing the Red Ranger in Power Rangers Ninja Storm, and I like Ninja Storm. I'm sad he died. Again, condolences to the family and his friends. It's very sad to see a young actor, any actor, die. But the way it was announced his death, it really shocked the Power Rangers community because in his show, I think he was the first Indian. No, New Zealand. Well, he was the first actor of color to play a titular role in Power Rangers. He was the Red Ranger. He was the leader. So seeing that was like cool in my young age because I was like, yeah, this dude is cool. He's a ninja, and he's not white. But yeah, again, condolences to his family. It is a very sad passing, and you could feel it in the Power Rangers community. I'm not in it because I haven't watched Power Rangers in a while. But when it was announced, I was like, he sounds familiar. I'm like, I looked him up. I'm like, no. I'm like, no, that's very sad, and I was really sad, and I'm like, you're in a better place now. I don't want to sound mean, but he's not suffering at the moment. So yeah, condolences to his family, and it's very sad to see a Power Rangers actor pass away, as the Yellow Power Ranger from the original Power Ranger series died as well a long time ago, back in 2003. So hearing hearing someone from a childhood die, it's not fun, and I really hope people will give this actor's family lots of love and lots of support, saying, hey, we love them, and sorry for your loss. And now I want to talk about the biggest thing that I've been. Again, let's move from something sad to something a little bit not sad. Lucifer came back on Netflix. Lucifer deals with Lucifer. The show deals with the devil not wanting to be the devil. He doesn't want to rule hell anymore. He left hell and he came to Los Angeles, and basically he does whatever he wants. Basically, the season of Lucifer is 10 seasons. We get Eve, and we got the dynamic of good and evil. Basically, he got his emotions and mind and his ideals challenged in this season, and it is the darkest season we've seen Lucifer. We've seen Lucifer go dark, but this season he goes darker. He goes back to Lucifer where he used to be. He's like, I'm a party goer, I don't care, but it's like, I don't want to be this. I want to be something better. And then I love it when Tom Ellis does his anger scenes, because my God, when he's angry, you feel like, oh my God, I should be scared, but oh man, yeah. Lucifer season 4, really good. I really recommend it. It's on Netflix. You can binge watch the first 4 seasons already. And let me say this, it leads on a cliffhanger, but if the show ended right now, they say there's no season 5, I would be happy, because the way it ends, it's like, it's sad, but it's like, I accept it. So if we don't get a season 5, I think this will be a good series finale. But if we do get a season 5, I have some questions. How will Lucifer solve that? How will Lucifer solve that question? How will he? I really don't want to spoil the show because it is something very good you should watch. But yeah, I highly recommend Lucifer season 4. And as always, I hope you enjoy. Please let me know what you want me to talk more, what you want me to talk less. Because I do want to talk more in these podcasts, but I think making them about 50 to an hour is pretty good. But yeah, I love talking about comics. I love talking about the movie news. But other than that, I hope you like, comment, subscribe, and share the video if you thought it was good. And please follow all my social media links on Twitter and Instagram. And as always, I hope you enjoy. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.